Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, we're back with a pirate organization mission, so we need to go in and destroy a base apparently, so that is exactly what we are going to do. There's some decent money on offer, but at the same time, I think with 5 skulls, salvage is probably the way to go, so that is what we are going for. So, before we go ahead and pick our lands, let's see what we are dealing with exactly. We have a very ambitious target in mind for you. A Davian logistical base. Thousands of tons of armor, ammunition, mech parts and personnel pass through this facility every day, all on its way to frontline fighting units. A strike at this base will seriously hinder the Davian forces, possibly even turning the tide of battle completely against them. It will be well defended, and as soon as the assault begins, the enemy will scramble reinforcements. Okay, so all Oliveria's note is that, Commander, the local pirate organization isn't kidding about this being an ambitious target. Expect serious, well-armed resistance. This will not be easy. Okay, so I think that is probably a good sign of good salvage. We will negotiate, we will focus in on the salvage. Again, if we can take 2 full assault mechs home, that will be more than what we could possibly earn if we aim for the money, so we will accept that today. As for our mechs, let's go ahead and drop that Cyclops. That will not be what we want. I'm thinking... Well, we have our Zeus, and I think that we should probably maintain that. It is nice and heat efficient when just firing the LRMs, so we will keep you. The Marauders are also not the worst. We could definitely either destroy mechs that we don't desire, or we could salvage others, and that extra initiative could work out well. As for our final mech, what do we want? Well, the Annihilator could be a good choice. Obviously, lots of autocannon fire is always helpful. There is a King Crab, which is slightly more heat efficient, but that's definitely more for brawling. Our Highlander, that's got some decent long distance as well as close-up support. If we have a quick check, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... maybe 6 weapons engaged all at the same time, depending if things are close. We do have the we do have good heat efficiency. We've got jump jets, some extra range finding as well. I am very tempted to bring back the Highlander, and then what else do we see? The Battlemaster. You know what? Heat efficiency is actually phenomenal here. Let's see, 2 large pulse lasers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 medium lasers, so that would be what, 7 in total? I'm actually very curious about bringing that along. The heat efficiency is particularly nice, although what have we got? An exchanger, 2 exchanges and 2 double heatsinks, so yeah, even in the desert this isn't going to be that problematic. The question is, do we want that or do we want some extra bits and bobs? You know what? With the amount of armor and things, I don't think there's that much of a difference. I think we'll go for the slightly more heat efficient thing. We will definitely be building up some level of heat. Although, yeah, I think that will be good enough. Yeah, we've got 2 long range weapons. The rest are pretty solid. I think we'll go ahead and we'll see how that goes. Oh, and you know what we will do? I know that we do like the breaching shot on our LRMs, but if we're going to need a sensor lock, we probably don't want that on our mech. That may not be able to reach, and our heat efficiency is worse over here, so we're going to switch Archangel and Big Man, and I think that is probably the smart way to do it. That way the heat from the pulse lasers won't be as critical, and we can sensor lock with another mech instead and still get the benefits from our LRMs. Alright. With all that sorted, let's dive on in. Alright, well, we've already covered all the information, so we already know that we need to destroy the logistical base and escape. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and dive on in. Looks like we're approaching from cover of night, which is probably advisable.
Interface initiated.
Looks like, oh, never mind, we are actually going to be fighting in the day. Alright, well, either way. To interrupt the supply chain, we'll need to take out several key structures. Move up and engage the target buildings. Looks like the base has its own defenses. Once you've engaged, expect enemy reinforcements. Bavaria out. Okay.
Well, this is a hellhole.
Now the good news is we only have 2 buildings to destroy, so that's not going to be too difficult in that regard. No sign as to how many hit points those things will have. We see 1, 2 turret structures, 2 turret pylons. There's a 3rd one up over here and a 4th one back there. Okay. Well,
Yes, Commander.
if reinforcements will arrive when we start to engage with the buildings, I think we'll try and stay fairly far away. See if we can lure out the garrison, destroy them, and then shuffle forwards. I think that's the way we play this.
On it.
Alright, we'll put the Battlemaster up there, we'll put the Marauder here, Zeus,
Onward.
and the other.
On the move.
Alright, we should be okay. So far, so good. Actually, you know what? I don't really feel like fighting from such a narrow position. We could easily take some hits. Let's head up over here instead. Yeah, we'll see.
Heading out. I'm walking here.
We'll see what we can do
Moving out.
about potentially, yeah, finding some better ground than cover, and so we don't get
On the move.
outflanked either.
We got company.
Company is noticed. So, an 85-ton mech. Let's see about getting the Marauder as close as we can. Well, our Zeus cannot make it, but that's okay. And then our other Marauder is going to be following up. Alright, so we don't have any cover at this moment, but that's theoretically okay. We have plenty of evasion. I know we technically could move up, but again, if we're going to get shot at, I'd rather figure out where the other mechs are and, well, play a little bit more defensively. Alright, well, a Battlemaster. 1G. Alright, I think that's one that we already own, so that's not exactly incredible for us. So what do we see? PPC, bunch of medium lasers, SRM-6 and some machine guns. Again, definitely some decent ability to do damage, so we do need to be careful. Yeah, we need... Actually, what do we do? You know what? Maybe we go ahead and shuffle up here first. We could put some damage on and mitigate some of its evasiveness before we start moving up with our Marauder. Yeah, 65%. Even if we boost that up with precision shot, that'll only go up to 85s. Yeah, we definitely need
I'm here.
some extra work being done. So let's bring the Zeus into cover back over here. And...
Commander.
oh, actually, you know what's the Marauder? You know, I think we're not going to get multiple precision shots, so we'll just shuffle on up. And then maybe we take the sensor lock? We could take a shot here, so if we turned off the ultra auto cannons, we could stay cool, but again, the probability of us doing any damage is relatively low. Yeah, I say we keep all of our weapons engaged for the next round so I don't forget, and we just go for a sensor lock instead. Yeah, if it lives, it'll have a harder time shooting, and that will be worth it. I do see that the enemy... oh, uh-oh. Well, they have an LRM turret. Noted. I just happened to see, after I clicked the button, that we have a turret up here, an assault turret. We definitely do want to deal with that. Though from the direction of the LRMs, I'm assuming that this is the one with that just fired.
Receiving you.
So yeah, keep that in mind. All right, so we'll go ahead and shuffle on up. We've got good cover. We might have some defenses from the terrain in case that thing can have direct fire. But if we can take out the scout, that will invalidate a lot of their firing solutions.
Moving out.
Alright, so what else have we gleaned? There is a 100-ton mech in the back. There's another 90-ton mech off over here. More turrets. Yeah, we definitely made the right choice by attacking from this side. If we came up through here, we would have so many turrets being able to hit us, and we'd already be surrounded, so I'm very happy that we decided to swing around. Alright, but let's see what we can do. 35% chance on the headshot, no damage reduction is fantastic. And, well, we'll see if we can take out their spotter.
Acknowledged.
Alright, well, it seems we were not fortunate.
Scored a critical hit.
A critical hit is unfortunately not a kill. Alright. Here comes some LRMs. We've got 40% damage reduction from that, so that's okay. What do we think? 90 tons. I know there is a Cyclops that has some LRMs. I know a Highlander's got an LRM 20. Yeah, we've got some possibility. Alright, well, either way, let's move on up and,
Waiting for orders.
I don't know. Actually, how much have we got in the way of damage output here? We have, what, 60 on the LRM 10, 90 over here, another 90. So that's 180, 240. Yeah, so theoretically, if all of our missiles hit, we could take out one of these turrets nice and swiftly. But if we were to do that, we'd need to move our Battle Master here and scan for targeting. Is that something we want to wish? These guys aren't going to be moving particularly quickly. You know what? That actually might be the better thing for us in the long run. So let's just make sure that we are playing this safe. Because, yeah, all of us are going to get to have a good shot at him. And if we can possibly take out one of those turrets, that could be very, very helpful. Yep, and would you look at that? That is indeed a sniper turret. And it's currently opening fire. Luckily for us, completely missing our gigantic battle mech. But yeah, we definitely do want to take that down. So let's move our Zeus on forwards. We can get a full salvo here. We may as well throw the pulses out for good measure. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in a second. Not 100% certain. Well, we did destroy a heat sink, but that's not much better. And I don't think. 26 points of structure. I think we still go for the kill on the next round. We'll stay nice and cool for the moment. If we fire off everything, we are going to start generating some heat, and I think for now we'll just try and take out that sniper turret.
Locked on target.
Alright, so we did miss with 2 missiles, so that thing definitely is still alive. Very unfortunate, but at least it is certainly soft enough to take out on the next turn.
Let's hit him hard.
That is something that I can work with. Oh, right, and we've lost our
Ready for orders.
note there, so what have we got? We could move forwards, and that would give us eyes on a few things. I don't really enjoy that idea. If we head this... Yeah, depending where we move, we could be... We'd be within vision, but we wouldn't necessarily be within range for you. We can't get... Well, I guess we could get the kill on the Battle Master. That also would leave us open to a 90-ton mech. I think...
Let's do this.
Either that, or what about you? Can you do anything good? Well, we have... Oh, we're going to need to do some more sensor locking, aren't we? Alright, well...
Standing by.
Yeah, as much as I do want that cover, I think we can probably survive this. Yeah. I think we can make this work. Actually, you know what? No, let's be smart here. We're going to stay within cover. We can sensor lock that thing, destroy it, and potentially not get hit from multiple angles. Let us not tempt fate, especially outside of cover. So let's go ahead and take out their scout.
Locking in. All weapons.
And that is all the damage we need. We only needed 1 medium laser, so
Gotcha.
I'm glad that it landed. And then as for our Marauder, let's hold off. We do have enough for a secondary precision strike.
Waiting for my opening.
So in fact, we will see if we can draw them in closer and maybe make the
Got a
most.
lock on me.
Alright, well, glad we kept cover. If they're going to ping us like that, they will definitely be able to get shots with the LRMs.
Ready for orders.
The Battle Master, Well, you know what? We actually could take a couple of shots here. And I think that that's in our best interests. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and move on out. We've got some solid armor. We can see what we're dealing with down there. We can take out the assault turret with a large pulse laser. We might even be able to, yeah, I think this is worth it to us. So they do indeed have an Atlas, so an LRM-20, an AC-20, some medium lasers, SRM-6s, pretty standard for the Atlas. The heavy sniper turret, only 4 points of structure, which we can definitely destroy. They have a Highlander with LRMs and a PPC. Alright, well they're still yet to move, so... what do we wish to try? Yeah, oh man, we must be so close to maximum range for the medium laser, but oh well. We'll go ahead and put a large pulse here. Put a large pulse down there. And then I guess the rest can go over here. Yeah. So, if anything, I don't know, maybe we're just looking to fish out some damage. I'm not expecting much on the Atlas, but again, you never know. If we get a lucky headshot, that's at least an extra wound to the pilot. And that's the heavy sniper turret already dealt with. So, I think that's decent for this amount of heat. There goes the turret. The Highlander is... well, taking damage. Alright. Still no signs there. Alright, so what follows up next? Alright, taking some shots, and then can it move after the fact? Yes, it can, and it's closing the distance. Alright.
Ready for orders.
Well, peculiar, but I'm okay with this.
Standing by.
Alright. What do we see? 2 UAC 5 shots against the Atlas if we desire. Nothing against anybody else. Well, I guess we're at least in cover, so... we may as well use the do we use the resolve? I don't know if we actually do. It's not going to change anything this time around.
I live to serve.
Well, what would we do with the Zeus? So, for the moment, the Zeus can't really do that much.
Receiving.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I have a plan here. We're going to go ahead and we will move up. This will then mean, yeah, that will mean that we've got the turret within range. We're not going to shoot at this guy because, again, there's no evasion for us to deal with or anything like that. What we're going to do is move up on the next turn and take a precision strike and hopefully fire with enough weapons to take it down. But to make sure that we're still contributing to things, so let's go ahead and take down that turret.
Sensors locked on.
Yeah, a heavy laser turret. That is a large laser that I would prefer not to get hit by. Oh, PPCs. Okay. Wait a second. 25% is down. That's destroyed. That's 3. Oh, does that mean we have an awesome to contend with?
Yes, Commander.
That could definitely be the case. Alright, well, with that noted, I guess we put the Zeus... where do we put the Zeus? It's not like we can really shoot at anything, not with those medium pulses. Let's just move all the way over here. It's not going to affect our percentages on that, but you never know, it might give us some... I don't know.
Moving to position.
A decent position. It does put our heaviest mechs between us and the Atlas, which could be useful. Alright, let's see if all of our missiles can land, or at least the majority of them. That's what we need for this thing to be destroyed, and I would prefer it if that was the case.
May I interest
So the answer is apparently not quite the damage we needed. Alright, well... I guess it's going to be what it's going to be.
Damage is minor, Commander.
And I guess we've figured out what the turret is at the back there. Another laser turret.
Damn. Let's do this.
Okay, so all things considered, the turrets aren't going to be as dangerous as they could
Yes,
have been.
Commander.
Let's move. We've got pretty good shots here, so I suppose we have to take them. Let's get within... Yeah, we'll shuffle up into range. Yeah, we're right on the cusp, so I'm very glad that we have that TTS for extra targeting ability.
Confirmed.
We'll face the enemy just to make sure that we're not being hit too heavily on either side. Let's go for the precision strike and see if we can remove the Atlas's head from its shoulders.
Here it comes.
And would you believe it?
Showtime.
That Gauss rifle landed perfectly on target. That was not exactly what I was expecting,
Waiting for order.
but I am so happy that that is indeed the case. That in fact will leave us with a very good position to shoot against the Highlander here. We'll step to, let's see, where's the healthiest distance for the best accuracy? 90s and 95s. It's not going to get any better or worse from here. Yeah, we'll pick up the 2 pips of evasion. That'll give us eyesight on the turret, and we could we could almost go ahead and get our small lasers involved here. But I think, I don't know, I'm not really too concerned about the Highlander at the moment. Let's just move on up and see what we can do.
Order received.
Yeah, we'll see if we can remove it. Oh, and what do we have back there? An 80-ton vehicle. Oh, could it actually not be an awesome, but maybe a Shrek PPC carrier? Okay. Well, either way, let's take out its spotter. That's always a good plan. Lots of shots on target. Again, UAC 5 rolling each time for that potential headshot, so some good odds.
Locked on target.
And there we have it. That's what we wanted.
Enemy down.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, that turret can indeed still
Making
see
it hard
us.
out here, Commander.
So, yeah, they will be able to take a shot at us from there. The armor is actually pretty heavily hit, so we do need
Standing
to
by.
reduce that from happening again. Let's bring... the pulse is probably not
I'm
going to make a
receiving you.
huge difference. I don't think we're going to get within range here, so...
What's up, boss?
Yeah, we definitely need to take that out this turn if we're going to have a decent way to deal with things. So, I suppose we'll march you on forwards. We have to get rid of the spotter here so they cannot target us. Yeah, we'll go ahead and fire. Let's see. You know what? We definitely don't need all of this extra damage. Let's turn off the pulses. Yeah, we only need one of these to land. That'll keep us cool and take away their ability to fire at us.
On it.
Enemy structure damaged.
Oh, and a stray shot. Wow, okay. Well, that is on the
Turret
target.
destroyed.
Hopefully that will not call in reinforcements. That would be less
They've
than
got a
ideal.
lock on me.
Ah, they're targeting our Marauder.
I await your
Oh,
command.
those dirtbags. Alright, well, not much else can be done, so let's go ahead and make ourselves the primary target. Yeah, let's move up and make the most of our evasiveness and armor. We'll see if we can make them target us instead. And it does look like that has been an effective strategy. Alright.
Okay, let's go.
Well then, we still have that hooligan to deal with,
Aye,
but
aye.
that is at least doable. We'll bring the Gauss rifle. I don't think it's enough to take it out. No, we'd need 2 Gauss rifles to be able to destroy this thing. Not quite enough
Waiting for
armor
orders.
destruction. Let's see, the Marauder here, that's a left torso. We could move down and turn away. That would mean we'd have probably enough damage to take out the turret. Yeah, so
my
that's
way.
what we're going to do. Again, reducing the ability for them to target us is the
Roger
plan.
that. Target confirmed.
Oh, and you know what? I just realized I stuffed up. I was meant to do use some
That
vigilance.
turret is gone.
just to protect that side A a little bit further. Alright, well, the Marauder, what do we do here? I guess we could aim at that, but again, that's pretty nominal. We're not going to be able to get shots on that carrier. I think we just hold off for a second, and we will, well, we will relinquish to whatever happens. Alright, well, you know what? The good news is, he's aimed at the Zeus. Looks like the terrain has broken the line of fire, which is exactly what we needed. We can go... you know what? The Battlemaster could probably just take out that turret back up there. Yeah, I think that is worth it.
Location confirmed.
Alright, so let's get those pulses back online. We do have a lot of resolve here. Do we want to protect anybody else? We still have the Zeus and the Marauder. I think we might try and, yeah, we'll use Vigilance on the Zeus. I think that seems like a solid plan. So for this one, let's go ahead and destroy.
On it.
There we have it. So that's all of the
That turret
base
is gone.
defenses sorted, so nothing's going to be doing unnecessary damage. Our Marauder can... you know what? We can actually ping that target, so let's get that sorted. Yeah, there we go. And depending, that might be just what we need. Alright, so we already knew what we were dealing with, but that does make it targetable. We'll go ahead and... well, start putting some damage.
Enemy reinforcements detected.
Reinforcements coming in, and they're sending in the big guns? Okay, well, that is definitely not ideal. 80-ton mech approaching from behind. That's not quite in our rear arc for our Battlemaster, but it certainly is for our Marauder, so we need this thing to be destroyed. Let's use some vigilance here, like I said. We'll take that extra defensive-ness, and hopefully we're the only thing the Trek PPC carrier can see if we do not destroy it, so... do we try and focus our targeting? No, I think we just open fire.
Locking target.
Well, close but no cigar. Maybe the precision strike could have forced more damage onto where we need it. But we'll be okay. The Battlemaster, if that's being targeted, that's okay. Yeah, again, not being hit in the back is the main thing for us.
Damage is light.
We can...
Receiving you.
What can we do? Well, we can turn our Marauder around and take some shots over there.
Commander.
We can also do the same thing over here. I don't think either one of those is actually that helpful, though. We can't get line of sight on the PPC carrier. Okay, well that also means that it won't be able to see us either, so... I think we reserve. Okay, so that's okay. He's a 70-ton mech.
Yep.
We could probably scoop up whatever that is, but again, I'd rather deal with some of these bigger fellows as they approach. We'll give them a moment.
Reserving action.
Yeah, so there's the Zeus. Luckily aiming at the Battlemaster for the moment. And then another 90-ton mech. Well, at least they're not aiming for our Marauder.
Heavy damage.
Heavy damage isn't ideal, but we can truck on through, so...
Commander.
Oh, man, we're actually a little bit stuck in this regard at the moment. Okay,
Orders.
okay, so let's bring the Zeus over here. We can at least make sure that the PPC carrier travels no further.
Yes, Commander.
Everybody else is not in a position to be able to take that out.
For orders.
So,
I'm ready.
yeah, I'd rather make sure that that is the case. There's only one more mech to move, so I'm not too upset. What do we need? 28 points. Yeah, we were really close to getting the kill, but we're just going to fire everything because I do not care for this thing to live. And, yeah, it's not exactly friendly, so...
Locking on.
We'll make sure that that is out of the way.
This is what happens when you hang out with bad people.
Alright, so what do we see back over there? Oh, that's not good. Exposed
Armor blow
structure.
through. Internal damage.
How much have we taken? Only 4 points. Alright, so we're going to need to protect that right arm. That is something we can do. They have a Zeus back over
Commander.
here. Let's go. I will even be able to get eyes on thanks to the rangefinder, but I think for the moment we will protect the right side. Yeah, let's protect that right arm. And we'll see what we're dealing with here.
Commander.
Or do we maybe move up the Marauder instead and see if we can start taking out enemies? Let's see about taking out enemies here. I think that's going to be the biggest play.
Roger.
Alright, so we knew about the Zeus, and it looks like they have an archer. Ooh, that archer's going to be a bit of a pain. Lots of LRMs, SRMs. That could be very bad for our Battle Master here. The Zeus is annoying, but I think we can probably manage that with our Marauder. Let's get rid of this archer first. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm very sure that that was the Gauss rifle right on target again.
That one's gone.
So that's that at the very least.
Orders?
Let's get our
Standing by.
second Marauder. We'll still try and protect this right-hand side, I think. Oh no, it's the left torso. Well, you know what? We do have the range, so we may as well make the most out of things. It's not exactly getting any better or worse, so we'll still keep you slightly further behind. Yeah, I guess we see what we can do. Either that or we move up on the next turn as well and try and swing around and use the rocks to break line of sight. Yeah, you know what? I think that's how we'll do it. We'll try and use the terrain to our advantage. If we can stand right behind it, turn our left side away, we should be relatively safe. We've got a good salvo here, so you never know. We might even be able to take this out now.
Target acquired.
And that's a couple of hits. And a kill.
One less target.
Oh, thank goodness. Alright, that would have been a little bit scary if they were able to see everything. So, yeah, let's protect our... Oh, that's our right arm. Alright, well, I guess that's what we'll do. We'll protect our right arm. We'll move on forwards. We'll see what we're dealing with. It is a Highlander. And then... Oh, it's not going to get any better one way or the other. We've got solid defenses on our left side. Our center torso is fine. I think we just go ahead and we send a pot shot down here and strip it of some evasion. Yeah.
Engaging target.
Alright, so... Top of the round, let us see what we're dealing with. It looks like we hit the left torso.
Aye, aye.
Our Marauder, we can get decent position. Do we move up and take that out? You know what? I think there's no reason not to try, so let's go ahead and shuffle forwards.
On my way.
And we'll see what we can do. And look at that, what a perfect opportunity to aim for that cockpit there.
Copy that.
Alright, that's... Oh, that was a kill.
That's a kill.
I honestly thought that only one of our weapons was going to... Yeah, I thought only one of our medium lasers landed on the mech, but I guess not.
Damn it! I'm wounded.
Alright, big man. Well, a rocket to the head is unfortunately something that's always going to do damage, but luckily you still have plenty of structure. Your armor held out, you haven't lost any limbs, you should be safe.
Good to go.
We're going to follow on up with... Cosmo can't get there this turn. Improbable that we'll get this to land. Let's instead... We shall sprint forwards. And we'll take the salvo to him on the next turn. I think that's how we'll go. So move up,
Affirmative.
cool down. That will be very much necessary.
Standing by.
Big man. You do have some shots. But again, we're trying to protect you. Let's get you out of the rough terrain. That's not exactly a good plan for us. Alright, hang on. You know, how about we just move forwards, we protect our right arm still, and then we just ping him with our sensors.
Confirmed.
Yeah, that is probably the smarter way to play. We could even go ahead and... you know what, we don't even need the vigilance. Let's just go ahead and catch the Highlander. Get rid of his evasion.
I've got a sensor lock.
If he lives, he's going to have a worse time trying to target anybody. And our Zeus, with nothing else to do, is going to start aiming at some of the buildings. Yeah, although, you know what, we'll fire off the LRMs, you never know. We might get a random headshot there. We'll start taking out one of the bigger towers and, well, that's part of our objective complete.
Structure down. It's history.
Alright, so what have we
Standing
got?
by.
Marauder, let's bring you on forwards. We should... Actually, you know what? The numbers are going to be about the same no matter which way we do it. Yeah, and the terrain definitely is getting in the way. How about... Actually, you know what? He'll be able to move up anyway, so it honestly makes no difference as to where we park our mech. Move on up. Precision strike. Let's go for the kill.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Alright, and no one else is in any danger, so
Target neutralized.
we can go ahead and destroy everything at our
Receiving you.
whimsy. So let's go ahead and march on up.
Heading out.
I think we'll go ahead and take out the large military building. I think that's probably the better way to go. Yeah, everything else isn't really that important.
Locked on target.
Get your lance to the LZ, Commander. I'm coming in hot.
Okay, well, that is that.
Flatten that one.
Commander, the area has been cleared. Green light to land.
Mission successful.
Alright, well that's very, very helpful. That is going to be rather good for us. Alright, well, question is, what do we want for salvage? Oh yeah, all of the bonuses for destroying everything, 125,000 sea bills. Good work there with Rannick, and poor big man did take a wound, but he is a-okay. The Zeus did get a kill, so kudos to you, and it looks like everybody is still going on living. So, first things first, let's take that Atlas as salvage. We will sell that off, and then I suppose the Highlander is probably the best mech for us to try and salvage here. Yeah, it's the most probable amount given the salvage on offer. Anything else? We did in fact get the full Highlander, so that is 2 assault mechs, which certainly pays our bills, and then a whole bunch of heatsinks and miscellaneous weaponry to see us through. Well, as I said when we started, 2 assault mechs would indeed pay far, far better, so I'm okay with this. Obviously, with that amount of mech salvage on offer, it's always disappointing that we didn't gain more, but you never know. It's just the way these contracts go. So with that in mind, I think, yeah, we'll go ahead and throw... Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw those recently purchased mechs to the... sorry, not recently purchased, but recently procured mechs. And we'll sell them off at the market. And then I think we should be fine to travel on to the next location. So, we'll go ahead and quickly mark those for sale. We'll head to the store. There is a gyro that I think we'll go ahead and pick up in the store. It's just a fairly basic gyro for less stability damage taken, but we don't have any gyros at the moment, and well, I think that money will be well spent. We'll go ahead and start selling off our mechs. We've got a second Atlas. 1.1 million is fantastic. Where else is our stuff to sell? We have... we will find it. It is... Oh yeah, a second Highlander. There we go, just under 1 million. That is not too shabby. I think there's a king crab that we don't need. Yep, we can sell that one off as well. And then any other duplicates? Yes, we have an Orion and we have another Orion. And is there anything else remaining? I feel like there's one more. I did have a look a while ago, a few episodes back. And okay, so there is a Warhammer as well. That will sell quite nicely. And there's also a Zeus. Alright. Well, that will indeed do. Bringing us up to just under 8 million. I think that is well and truly good enough. Let's quickly head to the mech bay. We do need to repair our Battlemaster. That should be fine. Do we have anything in the center torso? No, we don't. Maybe this is a good candidate for the gyro. Either that or... What else would we want to do? Maybe the... What would we want to throw the gyro in? I guess we could check out the Zeus. Oh no, that's already got one. What kind of gyro? That is the question. Hit defense. You know what, that's probably better. Let's just chuck it on the Battlemaster since we are currently going to repair it. We may as well make it a nice and simple job. We'll throw in the gyro, we'll repair the arm, and I don't think that there's anything else for us to fix. So let's get that done nice and swiftly. There we have it. And then... No, that's a lot of regular medium pulses. Let's double check that there's no weapon upgrade that we could throw on in. There we go, extra damage, extra accuracy. Why not? We'll make that thing a little bit more powerful. Throw one of them in and the other. Alright, well, every little upgrade is very nice to see, so let's go ahead and we will call that button there. So let's go ahead and fix that up as soon as the game is ready. Excellent, and now we can head on down to navigation and our star map. So, I'm thinking, yeah, we have a couple of flashpoints we can pick up nice and closely. 12 days, 30,000 sea-bills, that's against the pirates. We can easily get that reputation back. I don't really care for working for the Capellans, but you never know. When you've got uncommon weapons, that could be rather nice. And I'm sure there's some solid payment as well. So, you know, let's not be too picky. At the end of the day, we are here for money.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
Also too, if you would like to join on in for the last little bit of our campaign, we're still accepting MechWarriors if you would like to join on in with a submission of your very own. All that you need is a first name, last name, and a call sign, and we can hire you on to Leviathan's Might for all of the shenanigans that we get up to. So yes, that is still going if you are interested. Alright, but either way, let's keep on moving. We've got less than a week to travel. Hopefully it should be relatively uneventful, but we will see. Alright, well, I guess that is pretty good as far as travel is concerned. We don't really want it to be eventful for less than 2 weeks. We will double check the system store. Oh wait, no we can't. They hate us that much. Alright, well, I guess we're going to come back and pick up the flashpoint in the next one. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.